Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be riding Zip. You guys have seen him in some previous videos, and we're having a lot of fun with him. Based on my questions that I asked you guys, we had some requests for what to do in a winter, in a smaller space, and also the best way to warm your horse up when you're starting, so your horse doesn't get bored and you don't get bored. And I'm really big on a good warm-up. I think it's really critical. And so I have some fun things that I'm going to share with you guys in this video. All right, so for me, there's two main parts to a warm-up. One is understanding where your horse is at that day. No matter how well-trained your horse is or how green your horse is, they all have just good days and bad days and everything in between on how they feel. Sometimes they feel fast, sometimes they feel slow, sometimes they want to go left, sometimes they don't want to go right. It all depends. So the first thing I'm going to try to do with my horse when I'm warming them up, whether it's on the ground or when I first get on in the saddle, I'm asking myself, where are you at today? Do you want to go down here? Do you not want to go down there? Do you want to go fast? Do you want to go slow? Where are you at today? Okay. And so that sounds like an easy thing, but that's really important to understand where your horse is at. And the only way you're going to know is by putting your hand down and squeezing your horse and seeing what they want to do, seeing what they offer. The next part is I'm going to warm them up until I feel a connection. And a connection means they're going where I want to go and traveling at the speed that I want to go there. They're connected to my seat and they're connected to my focus, okay? So there's levels to this, where I would expect a horse with 10 rides to be connected and a horse that I've been riding for several years to be connected, it would be different levels, right? So let's just kind of jump right into it. So I'm going to put my hand down and I'm going to squeeze him and I'm going to see where he wants to go. So the first goal of riding, in the warm-up is making the arena neutral. This is an idea that I got from a guy named Tick Maynard, who's on the Horseman's University. And the idea is like every arena has places the horse wants to go and places the horse doesn't want to go. So right now he kind of wanted to go over there and then he turned right. So I'm going to pick him up and I'm going to turn left. Okay, now I'm going to put my hand back down. Now this horse is a little more advanced, and so instead of over-agreeing with him and turning more to the right, I decided to turn the opposite way and turn more to the left. And I'll explain what I would do if a horse was a little more green later. So here, he's taking a left turn on his own. I'm not asking him to go anywhere. I'm going to pick him up, and I'm going to turn 180 degrees to the right. Okay? What this does is it kind of, I found out where he was at, where he wanted to go, and then I went the opposite way. And it's just going to chip away at a little bit of resistance. Now, if your horse is more green, probably like less than 100 rides or so, maybe even less than that, if I felt them going to the right, again, I don't care where I go in this arena. If I feel them leading to the right, I might pick them up and go, oh, let's go to the right a little bit more, and then ride on from there, okay? So I would over-agree with that type of a horse, a greener horse. The more advanced horse, if I feel them leaning to the right, I might pick them up and I might go left. Okay? So this is part of my warm-up. This is one part of it. This is more getting the horse to be easily guidable in the direction that I want to go, making sure my arena's neutral, as in, like right here, this is our back wall, and down there is where we take the horses in and out. So a lot of horses are going to be sweet on coming in and out of that door, and they're going to not want to come down here, sour on this end, so to speak. So it's important to me to not feel my horse taking me down there. So imagine if I was further on into the ride, and let's say my horse was scared of this corner, and I'm trying to ride a perfect circle here with him shaped up, but he's scared of here. I'm going to put that into my circle every single time I go through there, unless I get rid of that in the warm-up. And in the warm-up, I make sure my horse is confident to go to that corner. So now, it doesn't mean you fix it all in one day. It just means you kind of chip away at it a little bit every ride, okay? Now, the next part to a good warm-up for me is speed, okay? You can see this horse was content to stay at a walk. And then if I ask him to trot, he seems pretty content to mostly stay at the speed I want to go here. Now I am noticing his head is coming up a little bit. And so in a minute here, I'm going to talk about something that I focus on with this particular horse in the warm-up that I don't necessarily have a large focus on with other horses. Now he's wanting to go a little bit faster than I want to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the speed and I'm going to ride him a little faster. But I'm also going to do frequent turns. Okay, so he wants to go a little faster. So we're going to go faster, but I'm going to redirect that energy by turning frequently. Okay, so this vehicle makes frequent turns. Okay, frequent turns. And you can see already now he's already a little more compliant to go at the speed that I want to go. I call this exercise riding and guiding. And for me, this is a big part of my warm-ups. And there you hear him blowing out. He's relaxing. So by getting into him a little more and turning frequently, he relaxed more. Okay, so again, horses don't relax just with, some do with more time, but a lot of horses need leadership from their rider in order to feel more comfortable. Okay, so now that I got this going on, now I might test it and advance it from here, and I might go, hey, could I step forward and extend this trot out and get him connected to me to even go at a faster trot? And then could I settle back down and go to at a slower trot? Speeds within a gait. You could do this at a walk. You can do this at a trot. It's a great thing to do. So let's talk about this at a walk for a second, because another thing that if Emily was asked this question that she would recommend, my wife Emily, who is a equine rehab practitioner, for those of you that don't know, she would recommend that you walk for at least 1 minute per year of your horse's life. So this horse is a 6-year-old, so I should walk him for at least 6 minutes. Now that doesn't mean I just sit here and I go, you know, is the time up? Oh, excuse me. I'm not just going to sit here along for the ride. What I might do while I'm walking is I could play with, could you walk faster? I might swing my legs in and out, and I could see how fast we could walk without trotting. There we go. Now, if he breaks to a trot, I'm just going to reach down, bend him down, and disengage. This is my correction for if they speed up at the trot or at the walk. Okay? Then the next thing, or other things that I might play with is, while I'm riding around at a walk doing a softer warm-up, I might play with their flexions. Can I lift up on one rein and tip their nose to the left? Could I ride around to the left and tip their nose to the right? I might just experiment with some of these body control things. And just a little bit, nothing. I'm not going to get into any sort of serious thing with them. Just kind of messing with them a little bit. And again, do this at whatever level your horse is at. Whatever would be just some things to play with. With this horse, we started working on teaching him some haunches in. Excuse me. So I might press that button a little bit. And he's just brand new to this, just learning it. So I'm going to finish with his nose in and then walk on again. So yeah, lots of things that you can play with that, to me, I am never bored in my warm-up. The warm-up is a very important part to the ride. You can play with lots of little yields, and you could do all this at a walk if you wanted to. Now, something I wanted to mention about this particular horse is he tends to get a little bit defensive when pressure comes on from the rider. Legs, hands, and I don't want, it's pressure, but I don't want it to feel like pressure to him. I want him to trust my hands. I want him to trust my legs. So one of the things that I'll do with him is when he brings his head way up high, I might pick up my reins and then I might add a little pressure with my legs until his head goes down. So the answer to that pressure is head down, not head up. So during the warm-up, I'm going to mess with him on this a little bit. And what this is going to help is when I get into my ride a little further and I'm doing some maneuvers like spins or canter departures or things like that, I'll be able to keep him a little bit softer and have him trust my hands and accept the pressure. See, he had a habit of every time I'd put my legs on, it always meant go faster, okay? And I want to be able to put my legs on him and not have him be afraid or defensive of that. There, so you can see him kind of stretching his head down there. So for this particular horse, that really speaks to him, because where is he at? He's kind of up here with his head up, a little bit defensive, going, oh, I don't know what's coming. And so I can teach him to get a little bit more comfortable with that pressure. Very good. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and hope this gives you guys some strategies on things to do and play with in your warm-up. If you guys have other things that you love to do with your horses while you're warming up, I'd love to see you guys share those in the comments below, and we can all kind of share ideas with our group here. And thanks for watching. Appreciate your guys' support. We'll see you guys on the next one.